My student, welcome to my today's topic. Today our topic is formulas in MS Excel. Okay, so Excel 2016 gives us the flexibility of creating our own formulas or using the built-in formulas. Okay, so we know that MS Office is a package, application package. So here MS Excel is one of the application. Okay, so already we have learned it about MS Excel and features about MS Excel, but in this lesson we will be learning in detail. Okay, today's topic. So before going into the lesson, at first we have to know about the Excel window. Okay, so you can see here the Excel window. If you open a new Excel file or sheet, then you will have this type of Excel window. Okay, so here you can see that this toolbar is known as the quick access toolbar. Okay, this is the tabs. Okay, this is the cell selector. Here the blank space is formula bar. Okay, this bar is the status bar that gives us the status of the document. Here is the sheet tab. We are using sheet 1, that's why it is written here sheet 1. If you want to add more sheets, then click on the plus icon, then more sheets will be added to this file. Okay, workbook, you can say workbook. All these are the row numbers and all these are the columns heading. Okay, so by using this document views and zoom control, okay, you can zoom in or zoom out the page or the sheet here. Okay, so this is known as the tabs, and under the tabs all the groups are here together, known as the ribbon. Okay, so if you click on the home tab, so we will have clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, cells and heading. All the groups are available under home tab. So if you click on the particular tab, you will have all the groups under this tab, and tab with all these groups are called ribbon here. Okay, okay, now you can see that there are two basic ways to perform calculation in Excel. One is formulas, another one is function. So at first we are dealing with formulas. Okay, so in Excel, formula is an expression that operates on values in range of cells or a cell. Okay, so here you can see that a formula is an expression that operates on values in a range of cells or a cell. Okay, now one thing you have to understand, that if I write suppose 3 plus 8, okay, so here 8 and 3 are the operands, 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 and plus sign is the operator. Okay, now for example you can see this is the Excel sheet here under the home tab, and we are having the column A. Under the column A we have written the value 40, 50, 60. So the cell address of this box will be A1, because how to write the address we will learn later. Now I am telling it again, that is, you have to, when you are finding the cell address of any cell, then at first we have to write the column name, then we have to write the row number. Okay, so here it is A1, next one is A2, next one is A3. Okay, so we can see here that in all these boxes we have already put the values 40, 50, 60. Okay, so what is formulas? Formula is an expression that operates on values in a range of cells or a cell. So here we have written the formula in the formula bar. This bar is known as the formula bar. Here you have to write down the formula you are using on the document. or for your, so you have to write down all the formulas in the formula bar what you are using in this current document. Okay, so here we have mentioned that equal sign, then a1 plus a2 plus a3. Okay, so in Excel formulas always start with the sign equal. So when you are writing the formula in the formula bar, you have to use equal sign first, then you have to write the formula. Here the formula means the location of the cell, that means the cell address. Here for the first value the cell address is A1, so I have written A1, then A2, then A3. Okay, now choose the cell where you want to get the result. Here we are choosing this cell, the cell address is A4 here. Okay, so here formula finds the sum of the range of values from cell A1 to cell A3 and it gives the result in cell A4. Okay, so it is the formula. Next one is function. So what is function? Actually built-in formulas are called functions in Excel. Okay, so functions are predefined formulas in Excel. They eliminate laborious manual entry of formulas while giving them human-friendly names. For example, in the previous example we have written, you can see that here you have written that equal sign and then we have mentioned all the cell address with the operator. Here operator is plus, the same thing in another way. Look at this. So we have already put the values in the specified cell A1, A2, already chosen the cell where you want to get the result. Here it is A4. Okay, now here look at this. Here we are using sum. Okay, and then using first bracket, then we are mentioning the first cell address and the last cell address and then close the bracket, and also we are starting the function with with equal sign. Okay, so here or it is used to find out the values for a particular cell range. Here the cell range is A1 to A3. Okay, so the function used here is known as the sum. So if you use this function like that way, so you don't need to use the formulas. That means you don't need to put all the cell address one by one. Just mention the functions and then in the first bracket just mention the cell range, then you will have the result. Okay, so here in this example you can see that we have mentioned the sum function in the formula bar. Okay, in Excel formulas always start with equal sign, already you know, and contain cell reference, that is name of the cells, mathematical operators, values and functions. Okay, so all these are known as the component or element of the formula. Okay, so now we are dealing with reference, that is name of the cell. So each cell in the worksheet has a unique name, okay, that is made up of the row and column number, and it is written as, at first we have to mention the column number, then row number. So if you look at this figure you will get this knowledge. So if we select this box, if you select this cell, so it is under the column A and the row number is 1, so that here A1 is displayed. So whenever you select any cell on the worksheet, you will have the cell address here. Okay, so it is known as the name box. It is named as the name box. It is named as the name box. So name box stores the cell address, that means the address of the cell. Okay, so here you can see that if I select this cell, it gets the cell address A1. If I select this cell, it is under B and row is 4. So here the cell address of this cell is B4, and if we select this cell, it is under D column and it is about row number 2, so the cell address will be D2. Okay, got it? So the cell address is made up of the row and column number. So at first we have to mention the column number, then write the row number. Okay, got it? So it is the cell address or cell reference, name of the cell. So these cell names are used in formulas for referencing the value content in these cells. Okay, next one is mathematical operators. So we know in Excel we are having 4 basic mathematical operators. They are used in expression for calculating values. One is, we know, this is the multiplication, then division, then plus sign, then subtraction. Okay, got it? Okay, next is we are dealing, that is values. The formulas in Excel can also contain absolute value. For example, suppose area of the circle is calculated. So we know what is the formula of area, that is the pi r square. Okay, so here r means the radius. Suppose this is the circle, it is the center, so radius means this length, and pi means it is a constant value. Okay, so the value will not change anywhere. Okay, so the value of pi is 22/7, or we can write 3.14. Okay, so if the radius of the circle is suppose 2 centimeter, so what will be the formula? 3.14 into 2 then square, then we will have the area of the circle. Okay, so you just remember that values means a constant value that remains constant at any time. Okay, so here the pi equal to 3.14. Next we are dealing, that is hierarchy of operators. So while performing calculations, Excel uses certain rules for determining the order in which various parts of calculation are done. These rules are known as the hierarchy of operators. So you need to understand these rules for getting the correct results. Okay, so here in hierarchy of operators, precedence means order. Okay, how the operators will be executed. So here you can see that the first symbol is parenthesis, since within the brackets are always performed first. Then exponentiation, okay, this will be executed. Then multiplication and division, both of the operations are having the same precedence, that is 3. Next one is addition and subtraction, it is 4. Okay, got it? Suppose I am writing one formula. Okay, so 9 plus 12 plus 15 by 3. So whose precedence is high? We know here formula multiplication is not present, so we know multiplication and divisions are having same precedence. So in this formula division will be executed first, so we will get 9 plus 12 plus 5, then we have to add all this number. Okay, got it? Like that. Okay, so always we have to use the rules. Now we will be learning about auto calculated tools. Most of the time we have to manually add formulas or functions for performing calculations in Excel. Okay, so this can be time consuming and there are risks of making mistakes. To reduce the time and for making life easy, Excel provides us with auto calculate tools. So these tools allow us to perform calculations like summing, averaging, counting the number of the cell without entering the formula. So we have to just follow some steps for using auto calculate tools. Okay, so step number 1 is, at first in our worksheet we have to enter data for which we want to use auto calculate tools. Okay, in here. Okay, so already in our worksheet all the data already entered. So step number 2 is select the cell nearest to the cells on which you want to perform calculation. You must understand the manner in which the Excel uses auto calculate tools for getting correct results. Okay, so when you select the auto calculate tool, Excel first checks to see if there are any values above the current value or not. So here you can see the different subjects are listed below, and we are mentioning here the marks of different subjects of 4 students. Okay, now at first select the home tab. Now look at how to do it. Okay, so here we are writing total, because we will find the total marks obtained by the individual student. So at first we are doing for the student Rahul. Now select the cell where you want to get the result. Okay, click on the auto sum. So we have clicked on the auto sum button. We can also click on the arrow next to this auto sum button and select one of the other auto calculate tools located in the editing group on the home tab. Okay, so what it gives us, so you can see that here after selecting the values, if we click on the auto sum feature and then select sum, then on a particular location it gives the result. So you have to choose the cell where you want to get the result. So here it is, the cell is D12. Okay, so you are getting the values in this cell, particular cell. Okay, so it is one of the example of auto calculated tools. As we have selected the values from the cell D7 to D11, so look at the formula bar. Here it automatically gets the formula equal sign, then sum, and then D7 to D11, the cell range. Okay, then you will select the cell where you want to get the result, then click on the auto sum, then click on the sum. You will get the result in this particular cell. Okay, so select a particular cell to get the particular result. Okay, now we will learn about sorting and filtering data. So sorting is the process of arranging data into meaningful order. This meaningful order has 3 main benefits. 1, searching becomes easy. Number 2, data starts making more sense. And number 3, analysis of data becomes easy. Okay, and filtering on the other hand deals with the setting conditions. Okay, so here you can set a specific condition so that only certain data is displayed. So this helps in focusing on specific information. So Excel 2016 allows us to both sort and filter data easily. Okay, so to sort your data, just follow the steps seen here. So step number 1 is, already we have entered the values in the particular cell. We have taken the marks of 3 students, Rahul, John and Madhu, and the subjects are listed here below: English, Math, Science, SST and Hindi. Okay, sorry. So at first step number 1 is select a single cell in the column that you want to sort. Okay, okay, so already we have selected, and then select the data tab by clicking on it, and then in the sort filter group click A to Z to perform ascending sort, that means A to Z or smallest number to largest, or click Z to A to perform a descending sort, that means Z to A or largest number to smallest. So after clicking on that, you are having all the sorted data in the particular column. Okay, now we are having all the data in this sheet. Now we will learn the steps for filtering our data. Okay, so step number 1 is, at first we have to click a cell in the data which we want to filter. Okay, then we have to select data tab by clicking on it in the Excel 2016 ribbon, data in the 2016 Excel ribbon. Then click on the filter in the sort and filter group on the data tab. So if you click it, this will cause down arrows to appear against headers or first row in the selected data. You can see here. Okay, then click on the arrow next to heading that we want to filter. This will open a selection pane. Here select the particular value you want to see or you want to check on the data sheet. So click on the number filter and select the option we want to use. Option for numerical data and text data will be different. Okay, okay, if you click on the subject, but you are searching for the particular subject, English and math, here you are getting the values or the marks obtained by each of the student in English and math. Okay, so it is the function of filter. You can sort data by using sort option, and you can filter data by using the filter option. Okay, so filter needs a certain criteria. Now we will be learning about conditional formatting. Conditional formatting actually enables us for applying cell formatting selectively and automatically. It is based on the contents of the cells. Okay, for example, we can apply conditional formatting in such a way that all positive values in a column will have a bright red background color or yellow color, whatever you choose. When you enter or change a value in the range, Excel examines the value and checks the conditional formatting rules for the cell. Okay, so choose the condition for false and true. Now see, so here already we are having all the data on the worksheet we are using. So the steps for applying conditional format is, step number 1 is just select the cells on which we want to apply conditional formatting. So we have selected all the cells, that means all the values here, and then select the home tab by clicking on it in the Excel 2016 ribbon or any Excel. Now step number 3 is click on the conditional formatting in the styles group. You can see here, this will cause a drop down menu to appear. You will have all the options available and you will get all the subcategories also. So select the formatting that you want to apply. So in our example, we will highlight the cells where the marks obtained are less than 60. Okay, so for this, okay, all the options are available here. You can use whatever you want. So here we use highlight cell rules and then click on less than option, and then select less than option. This will open a less than dialog box. Okay, so here we are entering 60 in the format cells, data less than box, and in the with combo box choose the formatting that we want or you want to apply and then click on the OK. So here we have chosen first light red fill with dark red text, so you can see what changes are done on the worksheet. Okay, so here if you choose, so conditions here is less than 60, and in the with combo box we are applying a different, we are choosing here yellow fill with dark yellow text. Also you can use custom format, but here we are using our own, that is yellow fill with dark yellow text, and then click on OK. So you can see that Excel will format the cells based on your choice. Okay, so you can see that all the cells are highlighted in yellow color that are less than the number 60. Okay, so it is the use of conditional formatting. Okay, okay, so do the practical watching this video again and again. Okay, if